There's a Jeep Wrangler in Colorado with 387,000 miles on the original engine. Another TJ in Michigan just crossed 420,000 miles and still tackles the Rubicon Trail every summer. These aren't exceptions. They're proof that Jeeps don't die from age, they die from neglect. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact maintenance schedule that separates 100,000-mile garage queens from 300,000-mile trail legends. This isn't theory, this is what works. Engine maintenance. The 3-6-12 rule. Your Jeep's engine will outlast the body if you follow one simple pattern. 3,000 miles, 6,000 miles, 12,000 miles. At 3,000 miles, change your oil regardless of what the manual says. Jeeps run hot, especially the 3.6-liter Pentastar and the 4.0-liter inline 6. Conventional oil breaks down faster under heat and dust. Use full synthetic 5W20 for the Pentastar, 10W30 for the 4.0-liter. The extra $15 per change adds 50,000 miles to your engine life. At 6,000 miles, inspect your air filter. If you drive off-road or in dusty conditions, replace it. A clogged filter costs you 2 to 3 miles per gallon and starves your engine of air. K and N reusable filters pay for themselves after 3 changes and flow better than paper. While you're there, check your serpentine belt for cracks. Belt failure strands you. Replacement takes 10 minutes and costs $25. Do it every 60,000 miles or when you see glazing. At 12,000 miles, drain and replace your coolant if you're running a 4.0-liter. These engines run 210 degrees Fahrenheit normally, hotter when wheeling. Old coolant loses its ability to prevent corrosion and cavitation. Use Mopar OAT coolant, not the cheap universal stuff. For the 3.6-liter Pentastar, you can stretch coolant to 50,000 miles, but check the reservoir monthly. Low coolant on a Pentastar means you're about to grenade a $4,000 engine. Spark plugs matter more than you think. The 4.0-liter needs new plugs every 30,000 miles. Use NGK or Mopar, gapped at 0.035 inches. The Pentastar can go 60,000 miles on iridium plugs, but if you see misfires or rough idle before that, replace them. Bad plugs kill fuel economy and can damage your catalytic converter, which costs $800 to replace. Drivetrain, where Jeeps actually break. Here's what dealerships don't tell you. Transfer case fluid breaks down faster than any other fluid in your Jeep. If you have a Rubicon with the NV2410R or a regular Wrangler with the NV231, change that fluid every 30,000 miles. Use Mopar transfer case fluid, not ATF. The wrong fluid will destroy your chain and synchronizers within 20,000 miles. The job takes 20 minutes, costs $40, and prevents a $2,500 transfer case rebuild. Suspension and steering. Keep it tight. Jeep suspension doesn't wear out gradually. It goes from perfect to dangerous in 5,000 miles once it starts failing. Every 10,000 miles, jack up your Jeep and grab each tire at 12 and 6 o'clock and rock it. Movement means ball joints are worn. Grab at 3 and 9 o'clock and rock it. Movement here means tie rods or wheel bearings. Ball joints should be replaced at 100,000 miles preventatively or immediately if you feel wandering or hear clunking. Use Moog or Mopar. Cheap ball joints last 20,000 miles and fail catastrophically. Steering stabilizers wear out every 50,000 miles. A worn stabilizer doesn't cause death wobble, but it makes it worse when it starts. Bilstein 5. 100 ES are the best replacement for stock and cost $60. If you already have death wobble, the stabilizer isn't your problem. You need to check track bar bolts, track bar bushings, control arm bushings, and tire balance. Death wobble is never one thing. It's an accumulation of loose parts. Shock absorbers matter more off-road than on. If you daily drive only, replace shocks every 80,000 miles. If you wheel regularly, inspect them every 20,000 miles for leaks. Bilstein 5100 ES are the best value for mild lifts. Fox 2.0 ES if you run hard trails. King 2.5 seconds if you're serious and have $3,000 to spend. Blown shocks don't just hurt ride quality, they destroy your control arms and ball joints by letting suspension travel too far. Electrical system. The silent killer battery terminals corrode on Jeeps faster than any vehicle I've ever seen. Every 3 months, pull both terminals and clean them with a wire brush and baking soda solution. Coat them with dielectric grease before reconnecting. Corroded terminals cause dozens of phantom electrical issues. Radios resetting, check engine lights, starting problems. 5 minutes of cleaning saves hours of diagnostic nightmares. The alternator on a stock Jeep is barely adequate. If you add light bars, winches, air compressors, or upgraded stereos, you need a high-output alternator. The stock unit puts out 140 to 160 amps. Nations or Mechman makes 250 to 320 amp alternators that bolt right in. Undersized alternators kill batteries prematurely and cause voltage drops that fry your PCM. A $400 alternator upgrade prevents $1,500 in electrical repairs. Ground straps fail more often than you think. There are 6 main ground points on a JK Wrangler, 5 on a TJ. If you get intermittent electrical issues that make no sense, upgrade your grounds with 4-gauge wire. The firewall ground and engine block ground are the most critical. Bad grounds cause everything from transmission shifting issues to fuel pump failures to computer resets. Spend $30 on wire and terminals and fix problems dealerships can't diagnose. For off-road recovery, carry a battery jumper pack, not jumper cables. Cables require another vehicle. A jumper pack works alone. No-So GB40 is compact and reliable. It saved me 4 times in the backcountry where waiting for another vehicle meant spending the night. Also carry a multimeter. Electrical problems on the trail are diagnosable if you can measure voltage. Check battery voltage under load. Should be 12.4 volts or higher at rest, 13.8 to 14.4 volts running. Anything less means alternator or battery issues. Summer. It cleans better and prevents freezing. And for the love of God, replace your wiper blades every year. The sun destroys rubber in 6 months if you park outside. Bosch icons last the longest and don't streak. What kills Jeeps? Before 300,000 rust kills more Jeeps than mechanical failure. If you live in the Salt Belt, wash your undercarriage monthly in winter. Fluid film or wool wax the frame annually? A $60 can of fluid film adds 5 years of life in the Rust Belt. Heat kills engines. If your temp gauge reads higher than normal, find out why immediately. Overheating once can warp heads. Overheating twice destroys an engine. Neglect kills everything else. The Jeeps hitting 300,000 to 400,000 aren't special. They're maintained obsessively by owners who understand that a $50 fluid change prevents a $3,000 repair. They don't wait for problems. They prevent them. Your move. You now know more about Jeep maintenance than 90% of Jeep owners and half the mechanics at quick lube shops. The difference between 100,000 miles and 300,000 miles isn't luck, it's discipline. Pick one thing from this guide and do it this weekend. Change your transfer case fluid, inspect your U-joints, clean your battery terminals, then pick another next weekend. If this guide just saved you from one avoidable breakdown, leave a comment telling me which Jeep you have and what you're fixing first. Subscribe because next week I'm showing you the 5 modifications that destroy reliability and the 3 that actually improve it. Take care of your Jeep and it'll take you anywhere for decades. Ignore it and you'll be shopping for a replacement in 3 years. Now, get out there and turn wrenches.